Hey everyone, it's Michelle Carre here. So welcome to the Delicious Life group. We're very honored to have you as a part of it. So today I'm starting something new. It's called Dig Deep. And what it is on Wednesdays I publish a blog post on my website. So first, thank you to all of those who subscribe and read it. I always love when people leave a comment or when I see someone in person and they tell me that they enjoy reading it or that they found something insightful or useful with it. So thank you very much for that. So with the blog, because I know you're busy, you've got lots of emails coming into your inbox, you've got lots of people that need your attention. So I always try and keep it around 400 words. And that way it's just easy to consume. I hope to give you something that either is a different perspective or a new insight or something that's actionable, or maybe all of those things, that you can take away and you can consume quickly and go about your day. But sometimes there's more to be said. Sometimes the topic is bigger. And sometimes there are things that you can type easily, that are hard to type that would be easier to just say. And that's where I came up with the concept of doing this Dig Deep video. So I'm going to go live on Thursdays in our group, and I just want to dig deeper into that week's blog post. So let's do that. Let's dig deep. This week, my blog post was all about combining vision with your goals. So this time of year, we tend to write a lot of goals or New Year's resolutions and that kind of thing. But I feel like we've kind of missed the mark a little bit, just in the sense that you could have a goal, like a very popular one is to lose X number of pounds this year. But how are you going to get there? There's a lot of steps to that. And if it's just words, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, there's not necessarily enough anchor to that. Whereas if there's more of a vision with it and you can see what that feels like, that 20 pounds lighter, the outfit that you want to get, or how you're going to feel on that vacation or at that event, if there's more behind it and there's more of a why, it will often motivate you, especially when you're going through the tough times of trying to achieve a goal, because you will, we all do. So I wanted to kind of separate those two ideas of a vision, and that was my post, really what my post was about 2 weeks ago. It was called You Define Your Success, because I really believe it's different for every person. You know what success is to you. For some person it might be about health and wellness. For someone else it might be about travel. Someone might have something about their relationship. Everyone's different. So you have to define what success is for you. And that's essentially your vision of what you're trying to create. And you want to spend time figuring out what that is, like I was saying. You want to know what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like. We're going to take our kids to Disneyland in March, and I'm kind of visualizing what's that going to look like? What's the weather going to feel like when we're there? What do I want the vibe within our family to be? You know, where will we go? Where will the excitement be? And just kind of create this so we can work toward it, right? So with your goals, you want to create a vision first, and detailed, what it feels like, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like, all of those kinds of things. Really dig into it. And then you start to explore the steps it's going to take you to get there. And that's where it's really about chunking them out and keeping it simple, one step at a time. So for example, like if you wanted to lose weight or something like that, you would want to start with, maybe calling, joining a challenge if that's helpful for you, or joining a gym, or getting a meal plan, or whatever the case may be. But you got to start with one step at a time. It could just be cleaning off the clothes off your treadmill, which I talked about in another video earlier this week. So take the steps, figure out what it's going to take to get you closer to where you need to go. Now, you don't have to worry about all the steps it's going to take, but just what the next step is. At the very end of my post yesterday, I used the analogy of Google Maps. So if you've ever used it, which you're on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure you've probably used an app like Google Maps. But you, of course, put in your destination, And then it gives you this list of all the things you're going to do. You're going to turn right here, you're going to turn left there, you're going to merge there, etc., etc. But you don't look at that. You follow the map and you listen for the instruction for what the next turn is. And that's really what we have to do with our goals. That's what our goals are, is just what's the next turn? Do I merge? Do I turn left? Do I turn right? What do I have to do next that will get me to my ultimate destination, the vision I've created? What's the next step on the journey there? It's great to pull back and have an idea of how long the trip will take and how many highways you're going on, or if you have to go on a toll highway or whatever. Great to do that kind of stuff. But once you've kind of gotten the 30,000 view, you got to narrow down to what needs to happen today to get you closer. And that's really what I wanted to kind of separate in my post yesterday, was that the vision for what you're doing and the goals and the steps to take you there are different, and that's okay. And it's all right if you don't know what all those steps are now. If you know that where you're going is west, just start heading west and you'll start to get closer to where you're going. So if you wanted to start a blog, just start Googling how to start a blog. If you want to, I don't know, learn how to do better photography, Google what some of the best cameras are. Start following someone on Instagram who's a photographer. They're just little steps, right? And as we take these things, we start to gain knowledge and we start to build up courage and confidence to take the next step. Because, okay, that wasn't so bad. I made that phone call, or I went and cleaned out the gym, or I started Googling information on this topic and it wasn't that bad. So then you start doing the next thing and the next thing. And then you start to look back and go, wow, I'm a lot closer. And then when you finally reach your goal and you're living what you envision for yourself, you can look back and go, look, all those steps I took, that was amazing. And look where I am. And I'm really proud of myself. I think in this world, we get very caught up in these quick fix type things or instant fame and that kind of stuff. And it doesn't happen that way. You know, these people that are suddenly in a blockbuster movie and being interviewed on every morning talk show spent years going on auditions and working to, you know, get to where they are today. But that's not what people talk about. They just talk about where they are right now. They talk about the vision that they're living, but not always about the journey that it takes to get there. And it's hard work. So get a vision of where you want to be, get committed to it, have a strong connection to why you want to get there, and then you can start taking the steps to get there. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them here and we can answer them. That's what I want this to be too, is completely interactive. So if you read the blog on Wednesday or Thursday morning or whenever, and you have a question or comment, something you want to discuss when we dig deep, throw it on the My Delicious Life Facebook group, or comment right on the blog itself if you want, and I'll look through those so we can answer those questions when we're doing the dig deep. And if you are joining me live for it, type those in and hopefully I can read them and answer them as fast as I can. But yeah, I'm really excited to have all of you guys a part of this group, and I really honestly believe that we can all live a delicious life that we just want to eat up. So please have an amazing day, live your delicious life, and I will see you very soon. Thanks everyone.